Ha, Mr. Payday
against the grain,
as
always and forever.
Slum One, High Society for life.
2012, baby.
You know, since it's the 12th hour. Oh, I figure it's appropriate we file Chapter 11. It's about time for that.
Religiously.
Indeed, clock's about to strike. No more fires for my flesh. No more masters frown or threat. No more following another's footsteps. No more need to bow, cringe or crawl. Utter lying words. I was free. I stood erect and fearlessly, joyously. I faced all worlds in defiance of greedy tyrants. It was the end of compliance for me. And that was back in 9-3 when I realized I'd be better off worshiping a tree than that cruel deity that they depict in the Bible with that angel who supposedly became his arch rival. Today, religion's used for mental incarceration. Though the writers of them books had some wild imaginations, I'll make astronomical facts my emphasis to dispute the account of creation as told in Genesis. I learned that some of the known stars were so far away in depths of space that the light traveling at the ridiculous rate of almost 200,000 miles a second took 2 million years just to reach this little globe. Now check it, many of them great stars you have to understand make this sphere we're living on here look like a tiny grain of sand. Now just based on them 2 facts alone, I asked myself if the author of Genesis would have known. Would he have wrote in verse Jehovah worked 6 days on earth and only a part of the afternoon on the 4th to make the rest of the universe? And here, please allow me to say, those answering me in malice have got their guns pointed the wrong way. You see, I'm not the one you should be shooting. You should blast Kepler, Copernicus, Herschel, Newton. They uncover the facts to dispel the lies, and after you dispose of them, you can wage a war toward the sky. And Jehovah himself for shooting his foot and having furnished evidence against the truthfulness of his book. There's other steps I took to reach the conclusions I do. These are just a few examples that I'm using for you. I studied geology for a semester or 2 and learned principal facts that a lot of cats prove to be true. Enough to know the Laurentian rocks are more than antique, unique, millions of years older than concrete beneath my feet. Enough to know that this earth has been wielding in light and shade hundreds of millions of years before a Bible was ever made. Now again, for the zealots that wanna point their guns and malice at me, why don't you launch a curse against the blasphemous sea? For the reverend snarling at me like an ox, why don't you just bang your head against the infidel rocks? Now intelligent men who are not easily frightened, whose brains have not been paralyzed by fear, who stay enlightened, men whose minds where the act of reason has not been banished, know the story of creation was written by a sad. No, I don't subscribe to the older new edition, although there's lots of beauty and wisdom within them. I sympathize with sincere Christians, but they obviously don't know the origins of their religion.
Bitch,